Making your way to a comfortable seat. Crisscrossing, maybe at the ankles, drawing the heels in closer to the glutes. If you're elevated, notice how just even sitting at the edge of that bolster or blanket tilts the pelvis forward and allows the thighs, the knees to relax a little bit closer to the floor. Resting the hands lightly on the thighs, taking in a breath through the nose. Begin to gather the belly in and start to extend the spine long. Drawing the shoulder heads up to the ears very slowly. Squeezing the shoulder blades on the back body and letting them fall down as the shoulder tips drop. And just beginning slow rolls through the shoulders, opening up the front of the chest. And then reverse it for 5, nice and slow. So squeeze the shoulder blades, shoulders to the ears as you draw the shoulders forward. Feel the space in the back body. And last one. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, drawing the belly in here. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling, the right fingertips over to the left temple. Just using the weight of those fingertips, let's drop the right ear towards that right shoulder. So just beginning to notice maybe a little bit of a lengthening through the left neck and top of the shoulder. You can take that left hand, you can drop the finger pads onto your mats. You can extend that arm off on a diagonal, just again, to just deepen the stretch just a bit. Or maybe half bind behind the back. Again, pulling the back of the hand against the body so that you lower the left shoulder tip. And at the same time, just maintaining a presence of the hand on the head. And just breathe into the sensation here that you're either finding through the neck or the top of the shoulder or the shoulder joint, and just adjust yourself accordingly. 3 breaths. On the next inhale, those finger pads lightly resting, begin to walk them towards the back of the head, the round, I think it's an occiput. And at the same time, they rest there at the back roundness of the skull. Take that chin over towards the right shoulder. Light pressure on the top hand, and notice how that stretch moves here. From maybe the side neck to around. Gaze is down past your right hip. Breath is soft. We're just going to move a little bit here now. So with your inhale, let's take that chin back up so that the ear comes back down towards the shoulder. The chin rises on that angle. And then exhale softly, allow the chin to come back towards that shoulder, the stretch to move around the neck. And always permission to just stay in one spot if it feels good. Or to continue the movement softly, chin up and chin down. And we'll take 2 more just like that, nice and easy. Just roll through the neck. Ending with the chin down, release that back arm wherever you have it. Hand back onto the left thigh. Use that right hand to help the head come back to center nice and slow. It's a big stretch. Pause, right hand comes back down to the thigh. Just sit for a moment here, relax the shoulders, and drop the chin to the chest. So we're not dropping the head, we're just tucking that chin in towards the throat to find length in the back of the head, back of the neck, the top of the shoulders. Next breath, let's bring the head back to center. This time we'll move other side. Left arm extends way up. Left finger pads to the right temple. Taking in a nice breath, stacking and drawing in the belly. Left ear draws towards the left shoulder. Hands rest lightly on the right temple. Right fingers can extend to the mat on the side. Right arm can extend out to the side, just bringing a little bit more depth into the stretch. Or if that half bind served you well, just bend that right elbow, bring the hand around, good, so that you're drawing that right shoulder down and away from the ear. And at the same time, just lightly resting the left hand on the right temple. And enjoy 3 breaths right here. Next inhale, let's walk the hands back to the back of the head, and at the same time, use those finger pads to help rotate the head so that the chin comes towards that left shoulder. The head drops down just a bit further. The stretch moves around the neck. Staying right here. If that stretch is helping your neck, or if you want to bring some movement in, using those finger pads, we're just going to begin to rotate the head so that the chin comes up and the left ear comes towards the left shoulder. And then exhaling the air here, chin comes back down as we rotate the head and the gaze comes back outside the left thigh. Couple more times now. Move nice and fluid with your breath. Inhaling the chin up. And fully exhaling, following that chin to the shoulder. 2 more. And we'll all meet with the chin towards the shoulder. One last stretch through the neck. And then we'll release that right arm back so that the hand rests onto the thigh. Release the left finger pads. Let the hand help the head come back up to center. Left hand to the left thigh. Drop the chin to the chest. So as you drop the chin to the chest, tucking it in towards the throat, pick up those shoulder heads, squeeze the shoulder blades and let them fall. Adding all of this space now to the side of the neck, the top of the shoulders, the back of the neck. And then slowly, let's bring the head back to center. Extend the arms out to the side. Good. We're just going to take a crossover stretch here. So the right arm is going to come across the body. The left arm is going to bend at center and pull the right arm in. So as you arrive here, the first thing I want you to do is bring the left elbow up so it's the height of your shoulder. Then I want that right arm just to become dead weight here. So just let it drop, nothing to hold up here. That whole right shoulder just kind of, I want to use the word collapses down. Good. We're maintaining that nice tight core, that nice tight pelvis. Maintaining a nice smooth breath. Extend all 5 fingers on the right hand out as far as you can. Draw them in and make a fist. Extend the fingers and make a fist. All at the same time, that right shoulder is just completely relaxing here. Couple more times with the fist. And then just flip those fingers just a bit. And then we'll gently release. This is a big stretch, so nice and easy. Release that left arm, take both arms out to the side and release them down. And then just find a little bit of release here through the shoulders one way and the other. And we'll re-extend those arms and we'll take it the opposite way. So this time the left arm's just going to straight across the body. We're going to hook it with the right elbow. Right elbow is going to come up shoulder length. Good, and then we're going to just let that left arm become dead weight here. So notice, just release that shoulder, nothing to hold up, nothing to do here, but relax the arm. Pull it in closer if you want a deeper stretch to the outside of that shoulder joint, or you can release just a little bit to soften that. Extend all 5 fingers nice and wide. Draw that left hand into a fist. And again, nice and wide, left fingers extend and draw in. And we'll just do that about 3 more times. Good, and then just flick the fingers as fast as you can. Good. And we'll slowly pull out of this now. So releasing that right elbow down, left arm comes across. Again, take any movement here that feels good. Good. Change the crossing up of your legs. So the other shin in front. Again, restack through the spine. Right arm lifts up towards the ceiling. Find the extension here. Take a bend into that right elbow so that the right hand comes down behind the back, behind the heart space, and the right elbow extends up towards the ceiling. Left arm's going to come up as well. Reach for that right elbow to assist the elbow to point up straight towards the ceiling. The head scoots back into that little box that you've made there by the right bicep. The belly is in. As you draw the elbow up and back, begin to breathe into this whole right side from the elbow to the right hip. Full breath. Right hand just resting lightly onto the back body. If traditional cow face arms are in your practice and you want to use that left hand to come behind your back to reach for either the back of the shirt or the finger pads, or even if you have a strap, but don't lose the integrity of the top elbow here. We want to maintain that elbow pointing up so that we get that nice stretch through the triceps and through the soft tissue of the arms. So you can experiment. The top of the right arm is in a internal rotation, whereas if you bring the left arm back and around, it is in an external rotation. So 2 different sides of the body doing 2 totally different stretches. 1 more breath. If the left hand is behind the back, please release nice and easy, and then re-extend the right arm up and lower the right arm down to the mat. We'll take whatever movement to rinse that out. Left arm now extends up towards the ceiling. A bend into the left elbow brings the left hand behind the back. So find that first and then use the right arm to assist to bring that elbow closer to point towards the ceiling. Good. Tuck that head back into this little box here that you've made. Draw in the belly and smooth out the breath. Relaxing the left hand, just letting it fall down back. And again, you can stay here for a few breaths, or if you did the full cow face pose, you can bring that right hand around the body, reach for your shirt, reach for your finger pads or your strap. Again, when we take it to the full posture, there's a tendency to collapse in the chest, to really force those hands to meet. It's not necessary. What we're really focusing on here is the left side body. So using the finger pads up on that elbow for the assist is really getting to where our focus is. This is, again, just allowing your body, if it's in your practice, to have an internal external rotation through two different sides of the body. So wherever you are, notice your breath. That's your teacher. Two more. Our exit plan here, if you have both hands behind the back, let's release the right first. So just bring that right arm back down and around. Left arm comes back out, comes back down and around. And again, any movement here that feels good. A little bit of a longer hold, a little bit more intensive work right into the joints. All right. Hands beside the body. If you're up high like I am, I'm going to just lower myself down just a bit, but I am going to keep my hips elevated. So I'll just bring in a lower block. It feels comfortable. You can recross your legs. Right now, we're probably sitting in the more awkward of the two, which is really good. So if you can maintain that other shin in front that doesn't feel like the normal one, good. Sitting up nice and tall, take that right hand, your finger pads, just lightly off the right hip. Good. And take the right arm and just swing it in front of you and up. So we're coming into this side stretch. As you arrive with the left arm up, reach through the fingertips as you press down through the left hip. Let that elbow go wide back behind you. Maybe the gaze goes up. So it's a side bend turning almost into a back bend. Pause here. Breathe into the left side body. Good. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to take that top arm down towards the right knee. We're going to swoop it across the body to the left, outside of the left hip. Finger pads land as the right hand comes across, over, and up. Okay, so we start with, as it comes up and over, we start with that side bend, but as that arm continues to move back behind us, opening the chest, a nice arch through the spine. And we're going to move this with breath. Big inhale, reach the arm. On the exhale, take that swoop. Bring that arm down and around. Plant the right fingertips as the left arm extends up. Reach, open. Beautiful. And then swoop it back down. Plant the finger pads as the other arm comes around and up. And now you take it. This is more intense than you know. So be very careful with the extension. Don't want to pull anything in the ribs. Working all the way around the whole torso here. Take one more full rotation. And then meet me with both hands behind the body on finger pads. Fingers pressing away from the body, thumbs towards the sit bones. Press into those finger pads. Begin to arch through the spine. Chest opens, shoulders open. Head falls back into the upper trapezius. Throat begins to lengthen. Maybe open your mouth, release the jaw. Lift the chest higher. And then slowly tuck the chin in first. Walk the fingers towards your hips. Restack the spine and roll over onto all fours. Patting up the knees. Maybe blocks in front of your mat if you use your blocks. And on your all fours, again, just find that neutral table, pressing the palms in, spreading the fingers, tucking the toes under just to bring some length into the toe joints and space into the arch. And just flow a couple cat-cows here. So sinking that belly on the inhale, pressing your chest forward, gaze forward. And then rounding everything in, tucking in the chin, spreading the shoulder blades wide, maybe begin to sink those hips with all that round back towards the heels, like an extended child's pose. On the inhale, we're going to drop the belly, bring it back up to your table, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale all the breath as you're ready, round and tuck, and sink the hips back towards the heels. So as we even out the breath, flowing a cat and a cow through your extended child's pose. Beginning to wake up the spine, beginning to wake up all the energy centers that we know reside along the spine. Just breathe in here. Two more. Belly drops on the inhale as you come up. And as you exhale fully, tuck the chin round through the spine and set it back. Meeting in extended child's pose, walk the finger pads forward just a bit so that you can extend through the arms, lower the ribs onto the thighs. Take a few breaths here to feel the length in the spine. We're going to flow this, which you've done with me before. So we're going to roll to table, come forward to upward facing dog, press back into a downward facing dog, plank pose and child's pose. So again, take what you can do with your breath, leave everything else. On the inhale, big breath in, draw up to your table. Exhale the air out as the hips come forward towards your mat. The chest extends between your straight arms. Your gaze is straight forward, up dog. Make sure the toes are tucked under as you press back into table. Press into your palms. Lift your hips towards the ceiling as you straighten your arms and press your hands away. Begin to lower the heels towards the mat. Nice long line, hips to fingers, knees can be bent. Take in a deep breath here. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Wave the spine forward as you find that plank pose. Chest lifts, heels go back. Press into the palms to return to your dog pose. Nice strong dog, let the head hang. Come up high on the balls of the feet, drop the knees gently, sink it back, child's pose. So that's the slowed down version. I want you to move with your breath now. Each one of those is a breath, an inhale or an exhale. So we'll do the first one together. Take 4 more after that on your own rhythm of breath. Ready for the inhale. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Toes are tucked. Inhale, lift the hips high. Send it back for dog. Inhale on the balls of the feet, wave it forward to your plank. Inhale the breath as you send it back to your dog. Drop the knees lightly. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, 4 more in your breath here. Take your time, finishing your last one. We'll meet in that extended child's pose just to roll through the wrists. So finish your flow. Once you arrive in your child's pose, just flip the palms, just work, make a fist, roll through the wrists. And one way and the other, just release all of that tension. It's really a strengthening for those wrists as well. Flick the hands again, whatever movement. Good. Then walk the hands back to the knees and press your way up. Toes are tucked. Let's lift the hips. Come to stand at the back of the mat. Again, just hang in a fold first, just to release that spine. Hold on to those elbows. Maybe take a sway, maybe a gentle bounce. Keep that gentle bend into the knees and let the head relax. Just shake the head out. Beautiful, releasing that now. Hands just fall to the mat. The arms just dangle, the head is dangling. Just slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Allowing the arms to come out to the side, allowing the arms to come up overhead. Maybe take a gentle back bend. And then draw the hands to heart. Look towards the top of your mat and take a little walk to the top of your mat. So just like the little salutation, the modified salutation that we did from tabletop, let's stretch the arms out to the side and up. As you find all that extension in the body, take a fold, bow down. Knees can be bent, feel into the back body. Half lift, spine nice and straight. Release and fold. Press into the feet, bend the knees, come up to stand, arms go out, arms go up. Take a little back bend. And this time as you come down like you're going to sit in a chair. So bend through the knees, Sink right at the hip crease here, sink the hips back. Spine is nice and straight. Hands can stay at waist just to maintain this balance here. Bring the weight more into the heels so that you can lift your toes. If you're having trouble with the knees here, just grab a block, press the block into the knees. Good. Continue to sink the hips like you're sitting in a chair. Hands can stay at the waist. Hands can go forward, straight out from the shoulders. Find a drishti spot to look. Arms can extend up higher, a little bit more challenging. Good, so find your chair pose. Take in a breath. And then release and fold, let the arms dangle. Find that half lift. Legs don't have to be straight. Use the hands on the shins to really propel the chest forward, the spine nice and long. And then fold forward, head heavy. Plant the hands onto your block or your mat. Step your right foot back, drop your right knee, untuck your back toes. If you're using the blocks, press into your blocks, lift the chest. Nice, proud, low lunge here. Take in a full breath. Walk the hands to the thighs, press the thigh away as you come out of your lunge just a bit. Bring your focus to the right hip flexor and gently bring the hips forward any amount. Take a breath. Extension of the arms is an option. Extension of the gaze is an option. Here again, the focus is solely on opening up the hip flexor, so all of the rest is just what you need for your body. Good, circle the hands down. Plant the right hand onto the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Find a nice twist over to the left, like you would stack through your shoulders, maybe roll that top arm, that top wrist again, just to release. Nice. Circle the arm back down, frame the front foot, take a hop to the top of your mat, hang in a fold. Find your half lift. Sink the hips back again now, chair pose. Hands can come to the waist as you lift your torso. Find your gaze, extend your arms, wherever that is for you today. Sink lower in your chair, weight into the heels, squeeze through the knees. Big breath in. And on the exhale, lift up nice and tall, tall mountain. Circle swan dive, arms out to the side, straight spine, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold deeper. Hands to the block or the mat. Left foot steps way back. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toes. If you're using blocks, press onto the blocks to lift that chest nice and long. Walking the hands onto the right thigh, press into that thigh, get nice and long. And bring your focus to the left hip flexor as you draw the hips forward. Again, option here, arms can raise. You can cactus the arms. You can even interlace behind and open the chest. So top, upper body, your choice here. One more breath. Release the arms. Come down, frame the foot. Plant that left hand down on the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the back knee. Keep that right knee in as you make a twist over to the right. So stack through the arms. Again, the gaze can be down at the mat if that's easier on your neck, out to the side or up towards the thumb. Take in a breath. Circle the hand down. Frame the front foot. This time, step it back. Downward facing dog. So plant the palms, press the palms down and away as the arms strengthen, lengthen as the chest draws closer to the thighs. Good. Knees can stay bent. One more breath here in your dog. Bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Heels lower gently. Head is hanging here. Moving into knee to elbow, nose, elbow, and into pigeon. So again, this is your opportunity after the knees to nose to take the figure 4 seated. Taking in a breath. Lift the right foot up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Take a bend into that knee. Come forward like a plank pose. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale sends it long back behind you. Exhale, rolling forward to plank, knee to nose. Beautiful. Send it back. Extend on the inhale. Exhale, bend that knee. Right knee, left elbow. Pause there. Then drop that shin down onto the mat, moving into your pigeon. So slide that left leg long behind you, straight back. Adjust your front right foot in or out. Walk the hands back towards the knee. Proud pigeon here. So finding length, bringing the chest towards the top of the mat. Big breath. Then walking those forearms down to the mat. Your choice, you can stack your fists, resting your head on your fists, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing the whole upper body. Again, try to bring your focus to the hips. The hips are nice and level. We're not rolling onto one hip. As a matter of fact, you can even use a block under that hip to just help keep it propped up. So soften those shoulders now, soften your breath. Focus on the sensation you feel here in the body. If you want to add on here an additional quad stretch, begin to bend through that back knee, drawing the heel up toward the left glute. Take that right arm, reach it back behind you for the pant leg or the ankle or the blade edge of the foot, wherever you can grab to assist drawing that foot, that heel in closer to the body, beginning to lengthen the entire left quad. It's a big stretch, so nice, no force, just focus. If you have the foot, gently release the foot down. Remove the block if you're using that block under the hip. Plant the hands right underneath the shoulders. Press the torso up. Shift the weight over into that right hip, the right outer thigh. As you do so, swing the back left leg around so it comes to the top of the mat. Bend that knee and plant the foot right outside of the right knee. Now, if you were taking your figure 4 while we were doing pigeon on our belly, you would simply just roll, plant the right sole of the foot onto the mat and scoot the left heel in, and you meet us in the exact same position. So wherever you are now, just hug that knee into your chest. Use that to help straighten your spine. Maybe you wrap that top knee with the elbow, taking the other hand behind. Again, just drawing a twist over to the side. Drawing yourself back around, take a counter stretch, both hands over to the side body, take a bow. Then press yourself back up, unravel the legs, returning to your downward facing dog. I'm going to take mine through table, tucking my toes, coming back to dog. Just pedal it out. And then we'll bring the feet together at center here, lifting the left leg, three-legged dog, press into those palms, get nice and long here. Good, bend into that left knee. Take that left knee to the left elbow as you come into more of a plank pose. Press into the palms, re-extend on the inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, coming forward, just like your plank. Inhale, fully extend. This time, take the bend. Knee comes across the body to the right elbow. Pause there. And then drop the shin. Find your pigeon this side. So lengthen that back leg. Press through those palms. Draw the belly in. And then slowly lower the torso over the thigh. Option, use a block for the head, your fists. Relax the whole upper body as you relax the breath. Level out the hips. Staying right where you are. If you wanted to incorporate the quad stretch, bending now into the right knee, toes point up towards the ceiling. Maybe the left hand reaches back for the foot or the pant, drawing that foot in closer to the body, just to the point of sensation right through the right quad. And again, don't sacrifice the hips here. Keep the hips nice and level. Breath nice and easy. Big stretch for the quad, so focus, not force. If you have the foot, release the foot, coming back to that pigeon pose. Last chance to just allow the shoulders to relax in. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Press the torso up one last time. More length than height here, right? Then sink over onto that left hip. As you take that right leg, swing it out to the side, to the front, and bending into that right knee, just plant the right sole of the foot outside of the left thigh. Use your hands to draw the knee in to help stack through the spine. And then taking a twist of your choice, whether it's hugging that knee in, whether it's even, if you feel more open in the side, taking the elbows to the outside, maybe finding a prayer twist here. Wherever you are, gentle twist. Hand comes behind the back, sit up nice and tall, and twist over to the side. Using your breath, return to center. Let's take that counter pose, both hands over to the opposite side as you bow down. Nice. Bringing it back up. Unravel. Let's send the legs out long in front of you. Again, a little rock through the sit bones just for a sense of grounding. Flare those toes. Press down through the heels. Send the heels away from you. Activate those calves, the quads. When you do both, you activate the knees. Draw in the belly, pull up the pelvis, arms out to the side, arms reach up, find the extension without bending through the spine. Draw those arms up towards the top of your mat. Keep extending, keep extending. And when you feel like you need to round in, simply just place the hands on the shin, on the thighs, wherever they land. Use that grip, draw the chest forward. Take a breath. Again, maybe if you really hug the belly in, you'll notice might be a little more room to draw the torso forward. Again, this is a stretch for the back of the legs, but I'm hopeful that maybe you also feel the stretch right here in the low back, that sacrum area. Just pause there for a breath. Hands come to the outside of the legs, flat on your mat. Again, just draw, slide those hands slowly along the mat toward your hips so that you can come down onto the forearms. One last stretch for the front of the shoulders, the front of the chest. Press into your elbows, arch your spine, lift your chest, drop the head back. Few more rounds of breath here. We draw that last big inhale. On the exhale, just begin to round the spine down from that low back, riding all the way up the spine through the shoulder blades onto the back of the head. Bend the knees, draw the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Take the hands lightly on top of the knees, let the knees go right and left, and just begin to make some big circles. Again, just finding some movement through the hip joint, but at the same time, offering yourself a nice massage from that tailbone all the way through the back body. We'll end our practice with a spinal twist, nice and gentle. I'm going to lead with eagle legs. So planting the feet down on your mat. Take a moment, just scoot the hips slightly over to the left. The right leg's going to cross over the left knee. You can double bind if you'd like. Arms extend out to a T, reach through those fingers. So getting that space across the chest, across the length of the arms. Pick up the knees and just drop them over to the right. A nice place for a block or a bolster so that there's nothing to hold up here. If you can kind of pick up that right shoulder off the mat and scooch it over to the right, you'll find more space to allow the left shoulder to come down to the mat. Maybe you complete the twist with the gaze over to the left. What I want you to do here is just take in that breath into the side body, the left ribs. When you release the breath, release the body into the twist. Nothing to do here but breathe. Two more rounds of breath. If the head is rotated, bring the head back to neutral first. Engaging your core, draw the knees back to center. Unravel, draw the knees into the chest. Level the hips, maybe rock from one hip joint to the other. Planting the feet flat on the mat, shift the hips slightly to the right. Right leg's going to pick up and cross over the left. Arms to a T, a double bind if it serves you. Good, and then drop the knees over to the left. So again, use the support of a blanket or a bolster, blocks. Let the legs rest. Maybe you're stacking the hips one on top of the other. Again, no effort here. Rotating the head towards the right. Use the breath here to soften where you can soften. 3 long rounds of breath. Take one more finishing breath. Bring the head back to neutral. Engage the core. Bring the knees back up to center, into the chest. Unravel one last time. Draw the knees in. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Take in a nice full deep breath. Pick up the shoulder heads and the head from the mat. Draw into a nice tight ball, compressing all of the front body. So that you know as you release into Shavasana, that fresh flow of prana, chi, life energy goes back into every cell and muscle that we have. Release slowly, head, shoulders to the mat, arms extend away from the body, palms up. Right leg extends to the right corner of the mat and just let that foot fall. Same with the left. So arriving here, options, sliding that bolster underneath the knee crease. If you've got any weighted blanket or sandbag for the belly, close down the eyes and squeeze the shoulder blades first underneath you so that you soften the shoulders. Notice whether that chin is jutted towards the ceiling. Can you pick up the head? Draw that chin into the throat. Soften the head back to the mat. Fingertips curl in naturally. The feet relax, open to the side. And here we let the weight of the body, the weight of the mind settle here into Shavasana, a gentle rest. Beginning to bring a deeper breath back into the body. Feeling the chest, the ribs, the lungs. And as you let the breath go slowly, maybe bringing some movement into the feet, the hands, gentle rock of the head. Bending into the knees, drawing the knees to the chest. Again, maybe that rock slowly from one hip to the other just releases the spine. making your way to a comfortable seat. Again, feel free to elevate the hips. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, that invisible wall that's behind the body. Hi, buddy. Bring the shoulder tips up to the ears. Squeeze them in, squeeze them back, and squeeze them down. Hands come to rest in prayer at the heart. Bow your head. Taking in a full breath. May you walk into your day feeling just a little bit lighter in your hips, in your neck, and your shoulders. A little bit kinder to this home that we call our body, right? Taking in one more full deep breath. Bow to each other here. Namaste.